Knights of the Round Table, Transformers Edition.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers The Last Knight Deluxe class, STEELBANE. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. It's right up front here, we have a very nice image of STEELBANE. He looks quite cool. His name is STEELBANE. Look, it's from a movie. On this side of the box, we have that same image of STEELBANE and a very brief three-word bio of him. He is a Knight of Cybertron. And that's all you need to know. On the other side of the box, you just have Transformers and the rest of the picture. And he's a deluxe class, a clase deluxe, a clase de lujo, and a clase deluxo. Deluxo indeed. On the top, you got Prime, you got Bumblebee, you got Drift. On the bottom, you have words and things. On the back of the box, we have your obligatory product shots, your cross sells, and warning, please don't eat anything in this box. That could be very bad for you. That's basically it for the packaging. So moving right along here, we have STEELBANE, and he's aight. He's aight. So here he is in his dragon mode, and his dragon mode is aight. It's okay. I'm not crazy about his dragon mode. I've had better dragons. I've had better dragons. But let's get in close here so we can. One issue with mine is he has a lot of ball joints on him, and all of them are loose on my copy of this toy. Like, they're all, he's very kind of floptastic. At least mine's is anyway. But if you can hold his head up long enough for us to take a look at the details here. You can see some very nice metallic paint there on his head, some red on the eyes. You can open up his mouth, and they even painted his little tongue there red. It's pretty cool. And you get a very nice weathering effect here on the figure. I love the paintwork on here though, because it does look like, you know, like weathered armor, and it looks really good in robot mode. And you can see, you know, there's not a whole lot to him. You can see it's just kind of a lot of nothing going on here, but just, you know, armatures and whatnot, but not a lot really filling him out in dragon mode. He doesn't have much of a body in dragon mode. He just has some kind of bits and chunks here and there, but a lot of nothing everywhere else. The wings look pretty cool. They are made of a soft plastic, and you can tell because mine are totally warped out of shape, which I will have to fix at some point. Just heat it up with a hairdryer and you can just get it back into shape. But yeah, the wings are a soft plastic. You have two sets of wings here. And he's got his little claws right here, which are picked out in silver. And the hind legs here. Again, you have some nice detail here with that metallic paint and a nice weathering effect. And you got the back claws here done in silver. You got the robot mode hands just kind of hanging out back there. And his tail, which is just his other robot mode leg. You can see the feet are just hanging out there too. And his tail, which is also a soft, bendy plastic. And yeah, the underside, you can just see his robot mode chest. And yeah, there's not a whole lot to it. Like I said, there's not a whole lot actually filling out his dragon mode. It's just kind of but anyway. Now, articulation-wise, if I can get the joints to work with me here, the head can do a full 360. It can look up. That's pretty much as down as it can go. The horns, you can kind of angle those however you want. Have them sticking straight up, angled back, you know, have it just kind of slicked back, like he's going to a nice dinner, you know, got to slick your hair back. Again, the mouth can open and close very wide. You do have a hinge right there that is for transformation, but you can use posability there as well in dragon mode. You do have a hinge right here as well as a swivel. And the base is on a ball joint, which again on mine is very loose, but you can get some movement out of those. The front arms are on a ball joint right here, so they can move outward, forward and backward. That's pretty much all you're going to get. He does have an elbow joint right here with a full bend, and it does lock into place in here, just kind of oops right in there, and that locks that in place. The wings themselves are on a hinge, and you can totally fan the wings out if you want to. Just bring those arms out, and you can be like, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. He can flap his wings too because of how floppy he is. You can just kind of, hey, look, I'm flying. This isn't helping the looseness issue either. Me just kind of shaking him around like that. But, you know, whatever. I'm going to fix it anyway. You can do that with his wings. And the hind legs. Hey! The hind legs are on a ball joint, so you got some forward and backward movement there. Can do a full 360. Outward movement, the wings are totally in the way. Outward movement, you can get out that far. You do have a swivel. You do have a knee right there with full range of movement, and it is on a soft ratchet. And the feet can rotate. They can't move any further down due to the robot mode hands, but they can move up some. And the tail is on that ball joint at the base, which you get on mine is kind of loose. And you have a swivel. You have that hinge, and you can move his tail up and down if you want to. So he does have a lot of joints going on here, just all of them are loose. At least on mine. Look at him. Look at him. He looks so sad. He does. Keep your head up, man. You got to keep your head up. Oh, child, things are going to get easier. Oh, they're going to get brighter. Come on. There you go. Hey, there you go. But there you have that. And for comparison, here he is next to a police car. And here he is next to a truck. So you can see how he scales there in his dragon mode. He does include a weapon. He does include his sword right here. No paint on it, but I do like the molding on the blade. I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. There is a tab right there, and you can store this on his dragon mode. There's just a slot right there, and you just tab that onto his back, and there you go. Storage. Hooray for storage. And that's pretty... That's pretty much it for... That's pretty much it for his sad dragon mode. Work with me, man. He can't take it. He can't handle the pressure. That's all there is to it. He just can't. He can't handle... I've fallen and I can't get up. Anyway. So let's get down to robot mode, which is a bit more stable. So to get him into robot mode, you want to take off the sword, put that off to the side, and we're going to start off by just taking the dragon head here. We're going to take his horns and bring them forward. You want to rotate the dragon head around like that, and then bring all this into the leg like that. You can see there's a little tab in there that the dragon head will tab into, and just collapse that all in there like that. And then you bring the foot down, and there you got that side all done. And on this side, you do the same thing. You just take the tail, and you just swing that in. Make sure the foot stays out. You can see there's even a little clip in there for it that it sits in. So just bring that down, and there you go. So now you want to take the hind legs here and just bring them back like that, and then take these sections here and just bring them down like that. So you're just opening all that up like that. You can see his head in there. He has his head where his he's a butthead. He's a butthead anyway. And once you do that, you just take this assembly here with the arms. You bring these up and try to keep them out of your way as best as you can while you do everything else here. So there we go. Okay. So now you want to take this section right here and you just want to rotate it. So this little peg right here is just facing up. And once you do that, you come to this side, you take this assembly here and you rotate that to the side, and then you just swing this down, and this will just tab together right here like that. And then you just take the legs and you rotate them at the knees, so everything is facing the right way. And we got his lower body all done. So once you have done that, you can take these sections here and just bring them back, and then all of this slides down. Let's make sure you get this collapsed in all the way. There we go. And then you just slide all this down, and that will reveal his head. And then you can just take this whole backpack section here and just bring that up. And you see the little notches in here for these tabs. So you just take these sections here and you just push them in. So those tabs go into those notches and secure all that in place like that. And you can take the dragon arms here and just collapse them up against his back like that. Bring those wings down. You can do whatever you want with the wings. Display them however you wish. And do the same thing here. Just bring that up, bring that down, like that. And then you just bring the arms down. You can bring up his shoulder pads. And then you just rotate his hands here at the wrist swivel. And then take the claws and just bring them back against his forearms. Like that. Same thing on the other side. Just rotate, bring that back. And there you go. And then just get him standing and pray he will stay standing. He is a bit more stable in his robot mode. Kind of, sort of, maybe. There he is. There he is. There is STEELBANE in his robot mode. And I do very much like his robot mode. I think he looks cool in his robot mode. Works way better than his dragon mode, but that's getting close here, so we can take a look at the head sculpt. Very nice head sculpt. Looks like the knight that he is. Again, you got that metallic paint there for the mouth plate. He does have also metallic blue eyes, which you can't really see, but they are picked out in paints. You got some nice silver paint here for the chest detail, and some more of that metallic paint right there. That metallic blue, which looks very nice, which goes all the way down the body here. And again, like the weathering effect for the armor, I think looks really nice. I think that's really well done, in my opinion. That looks really good. I dig that. That looks really cool in my opinion. And the back here, you can kind of see he has a kind of dragon head poking out the back of his calf there. But hey, and he's got the backpack there with the wings and the dragon arms. And yeah, now articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint. You don't get too much wiggly-waggly, but a little bit. You can look up a little bit. You can look down a good bit. The shoulders are on the ball joint. Can do a full 360. This is where my tongue stops working. Can do a full 360. Can move outward only that far. And the shoulder pads, of course, you can move up and down. Angle those how you want. You do have a bicep swivel. You do have an elbow joint with that soft ratchet with a nice full range of bend, which is nice. He does have a wrist swivel, but that whole claw is going to move with it, but you do have a wrist swivel there. Due to the way he transforms, he doesn't have any waist articulation. You can get a little bit of wiggle, but if you go too far, it'll just kind of undo the clip there. Outward movements on the legs, you can go that far. The legs can move forward that far. You can do the high kicks. Can move back again, outward movement. That's as far as you're going to get. Swivel right above the knee. 90 degrees of knee bend. And the feet are on a ball joint as well as that transformation hinge. So you can move the foot up, you can move the foot down, and you do get a little bit of tiltage going on there. And again, the wings, you can take these and angle these however you want. You can have those up like that, have those up, have them flayed out like that if you want to. Hey, as always, your toy, display it however you wish. But he's still kind of floppy in his robot mode. Not as floppy as his dragon mode, but he's still a little floppy in his robot mode. This guy's going to be in for a serious floor polish treatment. Anyway, he can hold his sword, as swords should be held. Put that in his hand right there. It doesn't seem like there's any way to actually store the sword on him. Not that I've been able to find. It doesn't seem like there's anywhere on his back that you can kind of tab this onto or anything. He does have these slots on his hips, and I don't think this is what this is meant for. I don't think this is official, but the sword will tab in there, so if you want to store it there, you could if you wanted to. Again, I don't know if that's official, but it's a thing. It's a thing you can do. The instructions don't say anything about storage for the sword in robot mode, but there you go. Now, please stay standing right now because I have to do some comparisons. So here he is with Deluxe Barricade. So you can see how he scales there. He's actually a little bit shorter than Barricade, and we'll bring in Berserker as well. You can see how he scales there with the Decepticons. You can see he's actually a little bit shorter than those two. Here he is with the Voyager Prime. So you can see how they scale together. And here he is with Lord Squeakington. Or Squeaks. I call him Lord Squeakington because you know why? It's my toy. I'll call it whatever I want. He's Lord Squeakington. There he is with the Squeakmeister. But, yeah, that's pretty much it for Mr. Steelbane here. Overall, though, he's just okay for me. Like his dragon mode just kind of drags him down a bit. Like, I'm not a fan of his dragon mode. It's just, no, not really. I do really like his robot mode, though. I think his robot mode does look cool. I like the paintwork as well on this figure. I think it looks really good. I mean, it is well done. Just the dragon mode just kind of brings him down for me. And, you know, the floppy joints, I mean, that's probably just my copy, but that also kind of doesn't help my enjoyment of the figure. But again, that's something that can be easily fixed. But oh no, look, he's a decent figure, but definitely not my favorite of this line so far. So there you go. So if you would like any Transformer movie toys, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There will be a link in the description down below, so check that out. You can also check out my Transformers movie toys playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the Transformers The Last Night Deluxe Class Steelbane, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. I now pronounce you Sir Steelbane. Ow! Ow! Oh, I'm sorry. You cut me. You cut me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm kind of new at this. You should not be allowed to hold a sword. Seriously. Ow! My bad. Come back. I have bandages.